Last Thursday night, I was lying on my couch scrolling Facebook when a photo stopped me cold. My younger brother Ryan, the same Ryan who borrowed $20,000 from me 3 years ago because he said debt collectors were threatening to take his car, was standing in front of the Eiffel Tower with his arm around a woman I had never seen before. Designer sunglasses on her. Champagne in his hand. The caption said, 3 weeks in Europe with the love of my life. Paris, Rome, Barcelona, living our best chapter. I screenshot it before I could even breathe. Then I scrolled down. 47 more photos. Hotel balconies, Michelin star restaurants. First-class airport lounge. That trip cost more than what he owed me. He hasn't paid me back a single dollar. I am Marcus, 36, civil engineer in Charlotte, North Carolina. I make $92,000 a year. Not rich, not struggling. Bought my house in 2019 for $310,000. Never missed a payment. Divorced in 2021, raising my daughter Lily alone since she is 12. Every month, $1,400 mortgage, $600 after school care, $400 into her college fund. Every dollar has a job. My brother Ryan is 31. The golden child growing up. Mom's favorite, dropped out of UNC Charlotte after 3 semesters. Tried selling cars. Quit, got a real estate license, closed 2 deals then quit. Then decided he was a freelance digital marketer. Real income, maybe $2,000 to $3,000 on good months, some months, 0. But Ryan lived like he made 6 figures. $1,800 apartment in uptown Charlotte. Leased BMW 3 Series. 8 out 5 nights a week, posted his lifestyle every day. Hashtag entrepreneur life, hashtag blessed. October 2022. Almost 11 at night, Ryan called me crying. Said he had racked up $20,000 in credit card debt sent to collections. They were threatening to garnish wages, destroy his credit, take legal action in 30 days. My life is over, Marcus. I have nothing left. $20,000 was my entire emergency fund. Every cent I had saved over 2 years of living lean. Giving it to Ryan meant zero safety net for Lily and me. Then Mom called. Gloria, 64, retired teacher, sobbing. He is your brother. You cannot let them destroy his life. You are the strong one. You have always been the strong one. What she meant was, you can take the hit, so sacrifice. I agreed on one condition. $1,200 a month for 18 months. Ryan swore, I will pay you back double. I swear on Dad's grave. Our father died when I was 19, Ryan was 14, heart attack at 51. Invoking Dad hit me somewhere I couldn't defend. I transferred $20,000. That same month my washing machine broke. Couldn't replace it for 3 months. Emergency fund gone. I washed Lily's school clothes by hand in the bathtub for 12 weeks. January 2023. Ryan sent $500. Then nothing. April, he sent $300 after losing a major client. Total received, $800 out of $20,000. That was the last payment I ever saw. September 2023. I brought it up. Ryan exploded. You are treating me like a stranger. I said I would pay you. Why cannot you just trust me? Mom called that same night. Don't pressure him. He is going through a tough time. Money isn't worth your relationship. I backed off, shouldn't have. All of 2024 passed. No payments, every time I asked. New excuses, lost clients. Got sick. Car problems, economy killing freelancers. But Instagram showed something different. New restaurants weekly, brand new Apple Watch. Designer sneakers. Weekend trip to Miami, highlight reels while my messages sat on red. Then last Thursday, exhausted after 10 hours, Lily asleep, Facebook, Ryan's album. Europe 2025, 47 photos, Eiffel Tower at sunset. Colosseum in golden light. Tapas in Barcelona. Hotel room overlooking the Seine. Probably $400 a night. First-class lounge with leather seats, and in every photo, a woman named Vanessa, 28 years old. Travel content creator, 12,000 Instagram followers. I had never heard her name before. 3 weeks, 3 countries, business class flights, 4-star hotels minimum. That trip cost between $15,000 and $20,000. The exact amount he owed me. I screenshot all 47 photos. Sent one message. You owe me $19,200. You told me you were drowning in debt, explained Paris. Blue checkmark, read, no reply, 24 hours, 48 hours. Silence. Day 3, my phone rang. Not Ryan, Mom. Her voice wasn't worried, it was cold. Almost rehearsed. Marcus, I need you to delete those screenshots and stop harassing your brother. He finally found happiness. Don't you dare ruin this for him. Something clicked. She already knew about the trip. About Vanessa, about everything. My mother watched Ryan spend what might have been my money on a European vacation while I was washing my daughter's clothes in a bathtub, and she said nothing. Not to me. My own mother knew my brother was living his best life on my $20,000, and told me to shut up about it. Update 1: I dug into my brother's finances. What I found made the $20,000 the smallest part of the problem. After my last post, a lot of you told me to dig deeper. I did, and I wish I hadn't, because the $20,000 my brother owes me. That is not even the biggest lie he told. Not even close. 2 days after Mom told me to delete the screenshots, I drove to Ryan's apartment in Uptown Charlotte. No call, no text. Vanessa answered the intercom. Said Ryan wasn't home. I waited in my truck for 2 hours. Ryan pulled in at 6:47 driving the leased BMW, saw my truck. Face went white, not surprised. White, like a man who knew exactly why I was there. Upstairs in silence, I noticed things. A 75-inch Samsung television that wasn't there last Christmas. PS5 with a stack of games. 3 pairs of new Nike Dunks on a shelf. An $80 bottle of wine on the counter. Paris, Rome, Barcelona, $20,000. Explain. Ryan sat on his leather couch. It is not what you think. Vanessa paid for most of it. She is a travel creator. Brands sponsor her trips. Her Instagram has 12,000 followers. Half are bots. Nobody sponsors 3 weeks in Europe for 12,000 followers. His tone shifted. Why are you stalking her page? That is creepy. You owe me $19,200. I am not leaving until we have a payment plan in writing. I don't have it right now. Things are tight. I looked around slowly. The television. The PS5. The sneakers. The wine. Things are tight, but you have got a 75-inch television that wasn't here last Christmas. That is when Vanessa walked in from the bedroom. Lululemon outfit. Smoothie in hand. She had been listening the whole time. Okay, I am going to be honest with you. Marcus Ryan told me about the money, but that was before us. He is building something new now. You pressuring him is really toxic, and it is affecting his mental health. His mental health. I drained my emergency fund. My daughter needed braces last year, and I had to set up a payment plan because the money I had saved was in your boyfriend's pocket. Don't talk to me about mental health. Vanessa didn't flinch. Maybe you shouldn't have lent money you couldn't afford to lose. Silence. Ryan stared at the floor. Vanessa sipped her smoothie. I stood up and walked out. Some sentences don't deserve a response. They deserve a lawyer. Couldn't sleep that night, started digging. Searched the North Carolina Secretary of State Registry, and found Ryan had registered an LLC 6 months ago. Ryan Caldwell Media, digital marketing agency. No website, no clients, no social media, no evidence it ever did $1 of real business. Next morning I called my buddy Derek, a CPA in South End Charlotte. He searched public records and financial databases. What he found made my stomach drop. Ryan opened 4 new credit cards in 2 years. Total balance, roughly $45,000. Minimum payments on 2 using cash advances from the others. Classic debt spiral, not just broke. A financial house of cards already collapsing. But that wasn't the worst part. Derek said, call your family. First call, Aunt Karen, Mom's younger sister, retired nurse in Kannapolis, lives on fixed income from 32 years of hospital work. When I asked if Ryan borrowed money, silence, then crying. He told me it was a medical emergency, said he had a tumor and needed surgery, but didn't have insurance. I took $10,000 from my retirement savings because I thought he was dying. No tumor, no surgery. He made up cancer to steal from a retired nurse on a fixed income. My hands were shaking hard when I hung up. Called Jake next, Ryan's college friend, lent Ryan $8,000 2 years ago for back rent. Never saw a penny, total borrowed from family and friends, at least $38,000. None repaid. I called Mom, told her Ryan fabricated cancer to steal Aunt Karen's retirement money. Long silence. Then, Karen shouldn't have told you that. That was private. He lied about having cancer to steal from her retirement fund. And you knew? I didn't know the details. But Ryan, he is not like you. Marcus, he struggles. Life isn't easy for everyone. Life isn't easy for me either. I just don't steal from the people who love me. She hung up. That night around 11, an email from Ryan arrived. Not an apology, not a payment plan. 3 paragraphs blaming me, you always had it easier. Dad left me with nothing. Mom babied me because she felt guilty. You got the stable life. I got the chaos. That money was the least you owed me for having the life I should have had. The last line I read 3 times. And if you try to take me to court, I will tell everyone what you did to Dad's estate. You know exactly what I mean. I don't know what he means. Our father died with almost nothing. No estate worth fighting over. But that threat was calculated, designed to scare me with something I couldn't identify. My brother didn't just take my money. He has been running a con on everyone who loves him. And now he is threatening me with something I don't understand. I called a lawyer this morning. Update 2, my lawyer discovered my brother scammed more people than I thought. And the secret about Dad's estate finally came out. For those who told me to lawyer up, I did. For those who told me to cut contact, I tried, but my brother decided to go nuclear first. And what my lawyer uncovered makes the European vacation look like a rounding error. I hired Daniel Okafor, civil litigation attorney in Charlotte, $350 an hour on credit card, because my emergency fund still hasn't recovered. Daniel sent a demand letter to Ryan's apartment. Pay $19,200 in 30 days or face a lawsuit. No response. Not a call. Not a text. Not through mom. Silence. Daniel ran a background check on Ryan's known addresses. Found something chilling. Ryan used my old address, the apartment before my house, to open a credit card 2 years ago. His name, my former address. He used the credit history at that address to get approved. The card had a $6,200 balance sent to collections. A debt collector was pursuing payment at an address I used to live at for a card I never opened. Daniel called it identity fraud. Not enough for immediate criminal charges, but enough for a police report and investigation. My brother didn't just borrow my money. He borrowed my identity. While I built a legal case quietly, Ryan went loud. Long Facebook story, public when your own family turns on you for money instead of supporting your dreams. Some people would rather destroy you than see you succeed. Blood doesn't mean loyalty. No names. Every family member knew. Vanessa posted a TikTok story time about a toxic family member harassing her boyfriend over a small loan from years ago. Never said my name, but the details were obvious. 85,000 plus views. Comments split in half. Some called me controlling. Others said refusing to repay borrowed money is theft. Mom called. Everyone is talking about this. You are embarrassing us. Forgive the money and move on. It is not worth losing your brother over $20,000. That $20,000 was my emergency fund. My daughter needed braces and I had to set up a payment plan because Ryan had my savings. He lied about debt collectors. He lied about cancer to Aunt Karen. When is it enough? You don't understand what it is like watching your children fight. You are not watching us fight, you are watching him steal. And you are holding the door open. She hung up, a pattern now. Now here is the part that changes everything. Remember Ryan's email threatening to tell everyone what I did to Dad's estate? I didn't know what he meant. Dad died when I was 19 with almost nothing. That is what Mom said. I asked Derek to trace old financial records. Took a week. What he found broke something inside me. Dad had a life insurance policy worth $50,000. The payout went into an account Mom managed. Supposed to be split between us $25,000 each. I never saw a dollar. At 19, sleeping on a friend's couch, eating ramen because I couldn't afford real food, Mom told me Dad left nothing significant. Just enough for the funeral. I believed her. I was grieving, barely surviving. Never asked questions. The truth. Gloria gave all $50,000 to Ryan. $12,000 for his first credit card debt. $18,000 for a car. The rest for living expenses over 3 years while he bounced between failed ventures. Every dollar of Dad's last gift to one son, the one already shielded from every consequence. The one who would grow up to fake cancer and steal his aunt's retirement. This is what Ryan threatened me with. He thought I knew. Assumed I had been waiting to use it. I had no idea until Derek found the records. My brother feared a secret I didn't know existed. I called Mom, voice not angry. Just tired. There was $50,000 in Dad's life insurance. You told me there was nothing. You gave it all to Ryan. 15 seconds of silence. Your father would have wanted me to take care of the one who needed it most. I was 19. Sleeping on a couch, eating ramen for a year. I needed it too, but you survived. Ryan wouldn't have. Ryan would have had to try, and you made sure he never had to. She didn't hang up, just went quiet. I heard her breathing, then the line died. Everything fractured after that. Aunt Karen demanded her $10,000 back. Ryan blocked her everywhere. Jake posted on Facebook exposing how Ryan borrowed $8,000 claiming Mom needed surgery. Mom never had surgery. Another lie. Family split. Me, Karen, Jake, and a few cousins versus Gloria and Ryan. Mom called every relative crying that I was destroying the family over money. 3 days before Daniel filed the lawsuit, my phone rang, unknown number. Atlanta area code. Are you Marcus? Ryan's brother. I found you through the Facebook posts. I need to talk to you. Ryan owes me $42,000. He told me he was investing in a tech startup. There was no startup. And I think I know where the money went. Janet Morrison, 41 years old. Nurse from Atlanta, Georgia, she had receipts. Bank statements, signed contracts. My brother is not just bad with money, he is a con artist. I called my lawyer before I hung up. Final update, my brother got sued by 6 people at once. My mother finally faced the truth. This is how it all ended when I first posted about my brother owing me $20,000. I thought this was a story about money. It wasn't. It was a story about a man who built his entire life on other people's trust. And last week, that life collapsed. Completely. Janet Morrison drove from Atlanta to meet me and Daniel in person. She brought a folder 2 inches thick, bank statements, signed contracts, a pitch deck with Ryan's face on the cover calling himself founder of a health tech startup named MedBridge Solutions. The website had stock photos for team members, fake testimonials, and a mission statement about revolutionizing patient data. None of it was real, not one line of code, not one client, just a lie in professional packaging. Janet met Ryan on LinkedIn. He pitched a Series A investment. She is a nurse who saved $42,000 over 8 years, gave him every dollar. When she asked for financial reports, Ryan blocked her and changed his number. She filed a police report in Atlanta, but the case stalled because Ryan lived across state lines in North Carolina. When Jake's Facebook post went viral, Janet found me. She wasn't alone. She had connected with 3 others. Ryan scammed the same way. Different company names, same pitch deck. A retired teacher in Raleigh lost $18,000. Business owner in Greenville, $27,000. Single mom in Columbia, $22,000. Outside victims alone, $67,000, combined with family, over $100,000 stolen from people who trusted him. Daniel coordinated with attorneys for Janet and the others. We filed a consolidated lawsuit at Mecklenburg County Court. 6 plaintiffs. Me, Aunt Karen, Jake, Janet, and 2 others. Total sought, $157,200 plus damages and legal fees. Charlotte police opened a criminal wire fraud investigation based on reports from multiple states. Court froze Ryan's assets, bank account, $2,340. The BMW was at least 3 months behind, repossessed within a week. His entire life of success was rented, borrowed, or stolen. When court papers reached the apartment, Vanessa saw everything. Ryan owed 2 months' rent on the $1,800 unit. His agency had 0 clients. The European trip, $11,000 credit card debt plus $4,000 of Janet's money. 3 weeks in Paris and Rome funded by a nurse's stolen savings. Vanessa moved out in 48 hours. Deleted every photo with Ryan. Posted 1 story. Sometimes you think you know someone. You don't protect your peace. Ladies, 200,000 views. Ryan called me at 2 a.m. crying. She left me, everyone left me, you did this. Number, you lied to everyone who trusted you. I stopped pretending it was okay. I am your brother. Dad would be ashamed of you. Dad left $50,000 for both of us. Mom gave it all to you, and you still weren't satisfied. Don't talk to me about Dad. He hung up. Karen called Mom next day. Not to argue. To say one thing, he told me he had cancer. Gloria, I gave him my retirement because I thought your son was dying. You knew and said nothing. Gloria didn't deny it. He is my son. What was I supposed to do? Raise him to be honest. Instead you raised him to believe the world owed him everything. Gloria cut contact with Karen. But when the criminal investigation spread through the family, every relative who defended Ryan went quiet. No more calls supporting him. No messages calling me selfish. Just silence from people who finally understood. A week later Mom called, voice not angry or tearful. Just tired. What do you want me to say, Marcus? Say you are sorry, not for Ryan, for lying about Dad's insurance, for making me the one who always sacrificed. For choosing him every time. Long silence. I thought I was protecting him. You weren't protecting him. You were enabling him, and it cost everyone. I know, 2 words. First time she ever admitted it. Where things stand. Ryan faces a $157,200 lawsuit and criminal investigation. Evicted from the apartment, sleeping on a friend's couch in Durham. Instagram deleted. LinkedIn gone. Looking for a defense attorney he cannot afford. Vanessa vanished, posting about healing journeys without ever saying his name. Karen joined the lawsuit and hired a financial advisor to rebuild retirement. Gloria and I exist somewhere between broken and healing. I told her, I love you, but I will never sacrifice my family's security for Ryan again. I expect truth from now on. She agreed. We both know it will take years. Emergency fund, $4,200 and growing. Last week Lily asked, Dad, is Uncle Ryan a bad person? I said, he made very bad choices. And people who loved him made it easy to keep choosing wrong. Including me, 3 years ago I gave my brother $20,000 because I believed him. I do not regret the money, I regret the years ignoring every red flag, because I thought being a good brother meant staying quiet. It doesn't. Being a good brother means telling the truth, even when it costs you. Some debts aren't about money, they are about what you lose to keep the peace. I was done losing.